Hello, it's Jennifer Ryan of Celtic Knot Crochet. It's a beautiful day here in New England where I'm broadcasting from. Where are you? I always love to see in the chat where everyone's watching from. So make sure to write right now in the chat, where are you watching from? Just add a little sentence, say, hi, I'm watching from which state, which country. We'd love to see that in the comments. And then in addition to where you're watching from, make sure you let us know if you like to crochet projects for the home. I love to crochet things for the home because they can be practical and beautiful at the same time. And since I spend a lot of time at home because I'm a homeschool mom, I like to see them all around me. Makes me smile throughout my day. You can see there's a bunch of projects behind me, and there's more all throughout my house. And the project I'm going to show you how to make today is a project you'll find in the kitchen. So every home has a kitchen, and every home has pots and pans that need protecting. So I've come up with a design. I actually came up with it several years ago, and it's in the June 2017 issue of Crochet World. Even though this came out several years ago, you can still find the pattern on Annie's website. All you have to do is check the link in the description below here, this video, and you'll see on page 12. You can get it for instant digital download. So you click that link, you buy it from Annie's website, Annie's catalog, and you'll get it instantly into your email. And then you not only will get this project that I'm going to show you today, but you'll get a whole bunch more because it's the whole issue. But here we have the pretty pan protectors. This pattern teaches you how to make two. I'll show you the actual pattern here. So this is the small one, and the neat thing about this pattern is that whatever you do up to round 8, which is pretty much everything but the last 2 edging rounds, you do this whole pattern and then you just repeat it for the larger one. So as you can see, here's the larger one. They're very similar. But the larger one just has an extra set of petals up here. And I love the colors. I actually didn't pick them. The editor at the time picked these colors, but I think they look great together. I wouldn't normally have put these together, but I love how they're bright and makes me smile because I actually don't like to cook. So when I have to reach for these in my pans in the kitchen, gives me a smile. As I'm cooking dinner or preparing something for my family. We have a lot of cookers here, actually cooks in our house, so I don't have to do that much. So what I used for this is this yarn that you've probably seen in many places by Lily, Sugar and Cream. It's your standard dishcloth cotton, comes in all kinds of really pretty colors, and it's inexpensive. You can also find that in a link below this video so you know exactly which colors match the colors in the pattern. I use several bright, vibrant colors, as you can see, but you could choose whatever color you like to match your home decor. And I'll show you. So here you have, this is a small pan, and it's really nice non-stick pan. You don't want it to get scratched up. And then this fits right inside to protect it. And then you just stack them on top of each other. I don't hang my pans. I stack them in a cabinet. And this protects them from getting scratched. And it's pretty. In order to make this, you would need to be able to do single crochets, chains, double crochets, and treble crochets. And then there are a few special stitches, a few post stitches, and some cluster stitches that the pattern explains for you, and I'm going to show you today. So if you're just joining us, make sure you write where you're watching from, and whether you like crocheting projects for your home, and maybe what kind. Do you like to crochet blankets or small things for the kitchen or things for your children's room or your room? Put that in the comments below. We love to read those, and after this live session I always go back and read those and write back to you. So I'd love to see what you have to say. And as I said, I'm here in New England where we're having a beautiful day, a beautiful fall day, dry, warm, but the trees are already starting to change, so it's starting to feel like fall. But we always love that time of year here because it's so beautiful, and we also go apple picking. So that's on the docket for us this weekend. So let me show you how to start round 2 and so forth. So just give me a second to flip my camera, see my ceiling. All right, so this pattern calls for, as I showed you, the Lily Sugar and Cream dishcloth cotton. It's a good size yarn, but I like using even larger to show you the stitches. And round 1 has you making an adjustable ring. There are many videos online and on Annie's website links that can help you with this. I even have one on my YouTube channel of how to create the adjustable ring. But for today, I'm going to show you how to do the post stitches that create the center section here. As you can see how they pop out and add some texture and dimension. See how they add dimension to the project by working around the post. It's not a beginner stitch, but if you watch carefully and understand how crochet works, you should be able to do a post stitch after being shown how, because it's the same as regular double crochets and treble crochets. It's just where you put your hook is a little different. So the beginning of round 2, I'm showing you in 2 different colors, so you can see round 1 looks like this, and then I'm hoping that the contrast of colors will help you understand the post stitches. So you chain 3 and then you do a double crochet right in that same stitch, because when you're working in a round you have to increase, or your flat circle won't be flat, it'll be a skinny tube and we want a nice flat circle. Next, we're going to do a front post treble crochet around this post. So it's called a post stitch because you go around the stitch instead of, we would normally go right here under those 2 loops like that. But because we're doing a post stitch, now we're going to work around this tall stem of the double crochet. And we're going to do a treble, so we have to yarn over twice, and then we're going to put our hook in and around that double crochet like that, and then complete our treble crochet as usual. So there we have 4 loops on our hook, and then we'll do yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2. And so it's taller, but because we dipped down and went lower, it stays pretty even with the rest of our work. And then we would continue around and do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. There's our increase. And then we would do another post. So I'll do one more for you. You yarn over twice, and then you find that stem of the double crochet, put your hook right through your project, around the back, and back out to the front. And then you complete your stitch as usual. Yarn over, pull through, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2. And as you can see, you see how this stitching is wrapped around the double crochet, and that makes it pop out. So let me show you with different colors what it would look like when it's completed, almost completed. So here is that first round that we were just working on, and you can see how they're popping out. But now the next round, round 3, has you working post stitches again around the previous post stitches. And when you layer post stitches on top of each other, it makes them pop even more. See how that is popping out? And I love how it gives that starfish look. So I've already done a lot of round 3 here, and I wanted to show you how you would work it. Again, I'm showing you with 2 different colors so you can see the contrast and see how the stitches pop out. So since I've already started, we're going to just work the round as you would after you've done the first one. So all the others would look like this. And as you can see, the pattern is that you're going to do 2 double crochets in this stitch and 2 double crochets here, and then you're going to do the post stitch here. And you repeat that all the way around. So you can see I've done the post stitch, then I did 2 in here, and then 2 in here, and then a post stitch. That's the nice thing about a lot of circular projects, is that once you do the first little section, it usually repeats several times all the way around. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do the double crochet, which is yarn over just once. Again, yarn over, put your hook in, yarn over, pull up, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's an increase because we crammed 2 into 1. And we're going to do another increase. 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And now here we've come to our post stitch. Now instead of a treble, we're going to do a double crochet because we don't want it to be too tall. So we yarn over, and now that you can see how this stitch has popped out, I find it even easier to do a post because it's already sticking out saying, "Hello, I'm ready to be wrapped." So there we go. And now I just complete the double crochet as usual. And then you can see that accentuates the pop out part. So we'll do one more like that, one more set. So we have 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and these are low and flat. That's another thing about post stitches. If you combine them with non-post stitches, the contrast between the 2 stitches really helps these posts stand out. So you have flat, low-lying stitches, and then you have the high stitches with the post, and accentuates the design. So here we have the post stitch from the row before. Yarn over, put my hook behind it, just like that. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, you can see, 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, through 2. And here we are at the end of our round, and this is the starting chain 3, so we're just going to slip stitch, and that closes up that round. So you can see how those post stitches really add a unique touch, and I like, since we're trying to protect the pan, we like the extra thickness. And you could even use 2 strands of the dishcloth cotton, and yours would come out thicker, it would come out bigger, but then you could also use it as a hot pad if you use the double strand. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is how to do the cluster stitches that you see throughout this project. So I'll show you on the project. I use cluster stitches a lot because I like to design a lot of things that look like flowers, and this has a very flowery shape. So you can see here, to create this petal, there's clusters here, there's a cluster here, and there's a cluster here. Now in the pattern, to give you a tip, this set of clusters is actually called a double crochet decrease. They're technically the same thing, but just as a matter of pattern language. So this is called the double crochet decrease in the pattern. This here is called the small petal, and then this here is called a large petal. but they all have the same type of stitching, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So at the beginning of round 4, you're going to chain 3. And now when you work a decrease or a cluster, you put a bunch of stitches in each one of several stitches across, maybe 2, 3, 4, even up to 5, but you don't complete each stitch. And then at the very end, you yarn over and pull through all the loops that are on your hook, and that makes them into one big stitch with a point on top. So the decrease that we're going to do is we're going to do partial double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1 partial double crochet. Normally I would yarn over and pull through those last 2, right? But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that loop right there, and I'm going to do another partial double crochet. Leave the last loop on and do it one more time. Yarn over, put my hook in, yarn over, pull through the stitch, then yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then leave all those loops on. So now I have that loop plus 1 loop from each of my partial double crochets. And then I yarn over and pull through all of them. And that's what draws them all together at the top and creates that slight point of a petal. Then you're going to chain 4. And now we want to end the petal, and we don't want to end up here because we have to start our next petal. So we're going to do a slip stitch, but we're going to do a front post slip stitch. So instead of going into the stitch like we have before, and as usual, we're going to go around that stitch that we made in the last round that was a post stitch. So I just put my hook around it, yarn over, pull through the back and through the loop on my hook. Thicker yarn, takes a little finesse, and there you go. You can see there's my chain 3 to start it, the 3 double crochet in decrease, and then the chain 4 here, and then a slip stitch right there. So as you work this, you will continue that all the way around. So I will chain 3 again. Actually, chain 4, sorry. I'm going to chain 4 here. And now that I'm sitting here at this front post stitching right here, now I have 4 stitches here that I'm going to do a decrease. So I'll show you one more because now it's a little bit bigger because we're no longer at the beginning. So I yarn over, hook in here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through just the first 2. Leave the last one there. Do that again. Yarn over, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 more times. Yarn over, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Excuse me. Yarn over, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So look at all that. We have our starting chain 4, then we have a partial double, partial double, partial double, partial double, 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, twist my hook, pull all the way through, and that's completed my cluster. And now I just need to come back down here so my petal looks like a petal. Chain 3, find that post double crochet that I did, the front post, put my hook around it, yarn over and pull through everything to do a slip stitch, and now I have my second petal. And you would continue like that all the way around, and the other parts of the pan protector repeat all of these similar stitching. The center has the post stitches, and then throughout you'll see the clusters just regular treble crochet or double crochet. There's a row of single crochet here, and you see how it repeats. So once you get the hang of the first few rounds, you'll be able to continue and make your pan protector. So let me turn my camera around. Bear with me. So I hope that helped you. If you haven't tried cluster stitches or post stitches before, maybe that will get you started, a nice small project that you can use every day in your kitchen, can help you learn new crochet stitches. And remember, you can find this pattern in the Crochet World June 2017 issue, which the link to where to purchase it is in the description below. Instant digital download available right now on Annie's website. And again, if you buy this issue, you get several other patterns with it. So I hope you enjoyed that short tutorial about post stitches and cluster stitches, and I hope that you are having a good time crocheting. Maybe you're already getting ready for Christmas or fall or just the cold weather. If you live somewhere where it gets cold and you're looking forward to making scarves and hats and sweaters. I hope you leave a note in the comments below where you're watching from and if you learned something new. And I enjoyed spending this time with you. Remember, I'm Jennifer Ryan of Celtic Knot Crochet, and I look forward to seeing you next time next month on Annie's Facebook page. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.